Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Big L Hoffman Vlogs YouTube channel.
I recall the past again tonight. It's in the front of my mind. As I fall apart, you began to cry. The tears are making you blind. The future's far away, but I will stay. I will stay. Just take a leap of faith. We'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside. There's no more time to hide. Because
Today we're looking at this Ford Focus here. What we need to do, a fender and a headlight on. But unfortunately the fender has not come in yet. The headlight has come in, but the fender has not yet. So we're still waiting on that. But in the meanwhile, we're going to do a couple things to this car. He's got a couple problems with it. He's got some check engine light stuff of it running too lean. So we're going to change his fuel filter and see if that fixes it. And we're going to unhook the negative battery cable on here to clear out the codes so we can find out if the codes still come up afterwards. And also the other problem we have is these switches here are when you turn these switches, this one and this one, they do get stuck. We got it loose now. I think the cable might be broken or something. We're going to change a fuel filter quick. Under the back of the car, we got it up on ramps here. And then we're going to look into that thing, see what we got to do. Hopefully sometime this week or this next weekend here we can get to the headlight and the fender, which is what we wanted to do in the first place, but we're going to fix a couple problems here, hopefully. Anyways, here we go. Let's get to it. Alright, first thing we're going to do is look into this guy here. See what's going on. We got to get this plate off of here first. So we're going to use this. I found this thing laying around. Hopefully this will do it without damaging it. There's one side. Two. Steering wheel's in the way, dude.
Gonna help it.
There we go. That was easy. You just pry this, pull this out of here. Alright, so the next thing we're going to want to do is take this plate off of here. There's 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 to get it off. And then after that, we'll see what's down underneath that we got to get off in order to get to those things. Alright, so a ratchet is a good thing to use with an 8mm socket to get these 4 out of here. Okay, and you just do the same process on the other 3. Alright, got all the screws out. I spared you the boredom of getting the screws out. Now I just pop this off of here. Alright. Okay, so we got that panel out of there. And the 2 things we need to deal with are right here. The one that's gray down there is the one for the selector here. And the other black one is for this guy here. And he's having problems with both of these sticking. So what we're going to do is I want to pull these off of here to see if they're working right. Alrighty, we'll start with the black one here. There's a few tabs around here. We just pull these back and it should snap out of there like this. And it does have a keyway, half moon keyway thing. You have to put it on the exact same way. But I want to make sure that the door, that these things are working correctly. So we're just going to pop them both off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my helper here, the owner of the car, turn these things while I check down there to see if it's moving them down below. Okay. So that's working. Okay, so this one here, this is going to be for the selector. See if it turns. So, okay, so that one's busted. We know that one of these is still good. He said he was having problems with this one sticking too, so I think we're going to see what we can do about lubricating this one. This is a common problem with the Ford Focus here. So we're going to probably have to buy a new one of these at a later date. You can only get them like at the dealer. So I tried AutoZone and stuff like that. I think you can get them off of eBay too. Probably it's right around $50 for one of these cables. If I turn this thing here, where is it? See, When I turn this, it moves that door in there. That's what it needs to do. Okay, so it's a bit tight quarters in here. So basically you got to get these things past this bar back here. Shouldn't be too difficult. We'll do both of them. We'll see what we got to do here to get that through. There's a clip right here that we got to get loose. Oh, it just comes off by hand. So we'll just pull both of these up. And then we got to unscrew these 2 screws here. Then it looks like you turn them this way to loosen, and then pop them out, and then we'll take a look at them from there. So you just pop this screw out. I wouldn't have to take this one out, but I'm going to take it out to see if I can lubricate it in any way to make it move easier. And this screw here is for this one. You just turn it like this. Gotta get the knob off. Only one way that those buttons can go on, because it's flat on one side here. Alright, so now we'll get this one off. Okay. And now we gotta unplug this guy here. You gotta be careful, those wires are pretty small. There we go. This is the one that's not working. See, there's nothing. Oh, look at that right there. You got the wire sticking out right through there. It came right out of its housing. That's really shot. So we got this one here. I'm going to see if there's any way I can put, I can get some lubrication in this thing here. Alright, so I sprayed some silicone lubricant, like, you know, down in here where it's turning, and down here as well. Anything I think will help it turn easier. Seems to be a little easier now. So we're going to stick this one back in the car. The other one we're just going to leave out, I think, and wait till we get a new part, and we'll just throw it in quick. It'll be really quick. Alright, just slide it back in the same way. Came out. Then put it on the black one here. Okay, that one's back on. It was very hard to turn this knob here, which turns this thing, which turns a couple levers underneath. This turns this lever here and this lever here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to re-grease these guys here. And then we're going to stick it back in, because this was very hard to turn, and I think that's what broke this thing. I greased these channels here pretty good. So basically we got to stick this star here into that star down there, if you can see it. And then we got to make sure that these channels are in the right place for those 2 arms. So on the top bar here, you got to separate this from this in order to put this piece in right. This pin goes through here like so, and then there's a pin on the back thing up here that goes in through the other way. So the pin sticks out this way, and you got to slide it up under there, and then it goes in there right. And we made sure we lubricated that whole thing, so when we get the new part, we can just slide it right in here and clip it in, and then that'll be it. Alright, so I saved you the boredom of doing that. There was 4 screws, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one up there to put that back on. And then I plugged this back in. Now we just got to put the dash part back on, and we'll just leave the other knob out of there until we get a new one. Alrighty, so this is where the screw tab is. So you just put it in the hole and turn it to the screw part up. Grab your screw, put it in there. Okay, that's done. I'll put the knob in there. Alright, that one's moving a lot easier. So this is something we unplugged the cigarette light or whatever this is. So make sure you plug that in before you put this back on. And then, yeah, we're going to have a loose connector here, but we'll adjust where he wants it to come out of here underneath there before we put it all back together. We'll put this back in for now. Okay, that's that. Easy money. So all we gotta do is put this panel back on, and we'll take it back off when we need to. Okay, so now that that's done, that was really tight quarters in there. That was not fun trying to contortion myself in there, but we got it done. We're gonna unhook the battery. You just unscrew this little screw a little ways, and then get the battery thing off. Because we're gonna be doing the fuel filter. Alright. Alright. Then we can store it back in this little hole here so it doesn't touch again. And by the time we're done with that, all of his codes will be cleared out of here. Alright, this is the fuel filter for the vehicle here. You just got to make sure that you put it on right. It shouldn't be hard to put on right. We'll just match it up with the old one. But I don't know if this fuel filter has ever been changed in this car, so it definitely needs to be done. So let's get into the car, take care of this fuel filter. It's just a couple of clips that pop up and they pop off the sides. And then there's a clamp that goes around here and holds it up. So here we go. Okay, so this is the part that was underneath the car. Came out from under the frame there, or whatever, under the car. And I got another nut bolt right here. That's a 7mm to get this bracket off of here. So this goes on here. And it only goes on so far because this is holding it from going on any farther. Alrighty, we just got done working on this Ford Focus here. Got a new fuel filter in there and figured out what was wrong with this climate control. We'll get that put in when we get the part in, and then hopefully next week we'll take care of this as well. If you want to see what happens with this, as soon as it comes out, go ahead and subscribe if you feel like it, and hit the notifications bell to be notified as soon as that video comes out. Make sure you share your passion, everyone. This is my passion. I'm sharing it. What my channel's all about is sharing my passion. One of my passions is working on vehicles, getting them working right again. Anyways, have a great week. I'll talk to you next week. Share your passion, everyone. Bye.